All right, I think I'm actually live, so I should probably pull up the channels and see what, if any, chatting is going on. Let's see here. Don't even have my browser up. That's not so good. All right, so I really need to make this into a more stable situation here because I don't know where that thing is now. Not down there. And it's not down there. Definitely not down there. So let's start over again. All right, so let's see. We're on youtube.com. By the way, if you're watching of me trying to find my own channel and my own particular chat line. So let's see. There's live. Good. And that's weird. It's not showing anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. And now, of course, I'm going to have to worry about pop out chat. There we go. That's what I wanted. Get rid of that. And then this, I do a split view. I'm using the Arc browser in case I didn't tell you guys that before. And I go into Twitch because I'm simulcasting to Twitch and to other things. Oh, good. For a second there, I thought Mrs. G Crafties was also doing on Twitch. It's like, this would not be a good time to do that. All right, so video producer, that's me. Crafting in general, that's it, yep. And where's the chat? Yeah, I'm broadcasting, but I don't see how I'm able to actually get in there. My channel. There's my broadcast. And oh man, it's been too long since I've done this. Remember, there is a chat. Don't want to report my own live stream. That would not be a good idea. Pop out player would work, but I don't think I want to do that either. Where is the chat in here? Whispers. That's not right. Nope, don't see it there either. Creator dashboard, that's probably where it is. All right, I had 2 viewers in my last one. Woo! Now if I can just get 5 people chatting at the same time, that would be awesome. Add a link, next stream. I am just such a professional at this. No, video producer maybe? Nope, not there. Here we go. Community? Nope. Collection, clips, view rewards, streaming tools. No, don't want to do that. Wow, you would think. There we go. It's the chat room. About chat. Which does not help with what I want to do. Oh, I just closed the YouTube one. Great. I have to go back into the YouTube and into my channel. And I know it's terribly riveting right now. And, oh, that. Great, now I can't find the chat in this one either. Probably should have figured this out before I started. Best of all, I bet you there's probably a way I could actually just do all these chat things in my other, where's the chat? Oh, I know where it is. I need to go into your videos. 5. Thankfully. Oh my God, I had 4 viewers on my last one. Wow. All right, we'll see if I'm actually good enough that I can decide later on. Hey, there we go. Getting closer. Nope, not there. There's chat. About chat. Great. Oh my God, I think I finally did it. I did. And now my disk is almost full. Great. Oy vey. It's a good thing I don't have any viewers yet, because boy, if I did, they'd be bored out of their skulls. Next time, I promise I will have this thing better set up. That. All right. Okay, people oftentimes wait for a stream to actually pick up before it starts, right? Right? People do that. Oh my God. Yes, is books. I did. I was. Found it. Why am I typing to you? You can hear me. Forgetting the first rule of streaming. It's been a long time. I haven't actually streamed live regularly in a very long time. I used to work for a company called World Builders, and we had live streams all the time, but it's been a while, so I'm a little out of it. Is it Wise Books, or is it Is Books, or just YS Books? I like Wise Books. That's kind of a neat idea. So this is what I made last time, which is a junk journal style, gardening themed, and it's supposed to be a sketchbook. And so this is watercolor paper. And then over on this side, I have a little exploding how to draw plants thing. So the goal tonight is to try to make sure I can actually put this all back together. No, I could put in directions on how to put it back together, but I think we'll leave that as an exercise for the person doing the gift. Anyway, YS Gifts. Books. Great. Are you a bookmaker? Do you just like books? No wrong answer, just curious. So as you can see, this is one part here, and if you could actually, you could put this all together and end up having a complete 12 by 12 author. Cool. Wow, anything I would have read, or, well, obviously you don't know that, but authors are awesome people. So you can see this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So I cut it out and I can make one of these, and then I can make a sort of a folder for ephemera. And then, so in the place where I saw this, which I think was Treasure Books, crafting on Treasure Books, she said, then you can make a bookmark. Now, it's kind of disingenuous because this is all you get for the bookmark. You actually have to get another piece of paper for a sleeve and then another piece of paper for the bookmark itself. So there's a little more to it than that. And this would be a little mini book, which I like. So the person I'm making these for is a person who likes books. No, likes gardening. That's right. That's what they said. They like gardening. And so I had this gardening stuff. I thought I'd make the theme. I think, I don't know. I mean, I could make this into the cover. I was going to make it into the cover of this little folder, but I think actually I'm going to make this into the bookmark. I like that style right there. So I think this is actually going to be the bookmark. And then this part will be, I still need to make this into a pocket, which means I need to find more things to put into it. And the mini book, which I'll just put paper inside of that. But the other thing I'm going to do, so I have this two-sided paper here. And what I'm going to be doing is actually trying to make an exploding map out of it. So, I thought it was going to show me how to do this, but I don't know that it actually is. Oh, haha, that's cute. This is actually I thought I was looking at a actual how to do something, but instead it was just kind of showing it. Um, so if you're not familiar with the exploding map, you should be. So I'm going to go and see if I can find it using the wonderful resources at Pinterest. And again, unfortunately, it's not a how-to. I have done this before. I just sort of want to try and I'm being lazy. And rather than figuring it out again, because I think it's slightly different for an A5 size map as opposed to the other. So I'm trying to find the right thing. Should probably do A5 exploding map. How? You know. Don't do that. Apparently there's a reactor game that has to do with that. Yeah, apparently let's try paper. Yep, and all these. How to do that, how to do that. I don't want to watch it on YouTube, but I probably will have to. It's funny how you don't want to have things out loud because you don't want to be, well, there's a flicker. Maybe I can just figure out how to do it from the flicker. So that's not helping. Here it is. Paper arts, of course. Okay, so I accordion fold it. Boy, this is fancy. No, this is how to make a folding paper thing. Not what I want. You know what? Maybe I'll do this later on because obviously it was not as easy to find it as I thought it was going to be. How to make a folding map. Junk journal explode. That's gonna be all kinds of videos. Yep, the Turkish map fold book. It's funny how when you don't want to have it, this one calls it a Hungarian fold. They're doing it with a circle. That's interesting. Diagonals, 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 fold it in, and then more folding in. All right, I may just have to actually watch it. I'll turn it down so that at least we don't get pinged that way. And see what happens. This is from Tanya Samuels. And you don't have to actually watch it. You can just see it there. All right. So I see that she's got the, probably be figuring this out too. I need to find some other paper for a backing for this one while we're watching the fold. So let's see, we're going to get into bookmark. I'm a fan of just having kind of, do I want plain paper? I want probably plain paper because if I try and have something too thick, it will first of all distract, but black feels too intense. What other scraps do I have? I have National Rifle Association slow fire pistol target. That probably would not be appropriate for a gardening book. What other things do I have here? A couple of postcards from Toronto. Map thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that. We have, it'll fit nicely within that. And plenty of room for this to look nice. Actually, I could even wrap it. Ooh, that's nice. Yes, double-sided bookmark. All right, we have a wiener. First, we are actually learning how to do the Turkish fold, so. It looks like it might be different. Well, let's do it in a square first. Why not? I'm sure I can have a square piece of paper here pretty easily. Right. So we'll do an experimental one first. All right, so first we do 2 diagonal folds. So catching up to the YouTube now. And then we fold it in half twice. And this person's actually also putting like wear and tear on the creases. We have it like this. And then we take these two. Okay. Coming back to it. Yeah, at one point I actually did this like off the spur of the moment at a Christmas card making party. And basically made everybody upset because they got over showing off. I wasn't, just like making things. Alright, so then I want to fold it in that way. Oh, and that's all that she did. She usually do that and then just has it come out like that. Okay, that doesn't feel like enough to me. So what else can you do? Talks about using them as papers. I do think it's kind of cool to just come from there, just open up. It's a neat idea. But now you're making another one. a bigger one. I want a bigger one. I know what a bigger one's going to look like. Show me an A5 one. Oh, here we go. So here's something new. Let me take in like this. All right. Yep, this is again coming back to me. Come in both sides here. And she's being all fancy and doing a bone folder and stuff. I just can't be bothered. All right. There's those things. I remember what happened with these things. These things actually, you end up folding them in as well. Like that. Okay. Starting to see the pattern here. So now we've got this, and basically we put one side down on the blue, one side down, so when you open it up, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I'm actually gonna probably just fold this paper into this kind of a shape. So when people open it up, it'll just be that way. Yeah, that should work. All right, so let's see how to do this. If I fold this all the way, let's do this with a regular. Let's not do it with the one that I'm going to use. So here's sort of an A5 piece of paper, and I go up here. And then I do the same thing over here. And basically I'm making two of these kinds of folds. There we go. Who keeps pinging me? Person pinging me is my friend Nadia Vanilla, who is a wonderful artist that we are horrible for each other because we continually help each other get into new art projects, which is, obviously a horrible place to be. So now I really kind of want to fold it halfway this way too. So that I end up with these kinds of folds. Which would be a great paper airplane, but I don't think this is actually the direction I want to be going. But it's fun to try out. You're still doing a square. I think I actually need to fold it that way. Okay, I think I'm seeing more where I need to be folding this. I think the lines need to go through the center. So if this comes in here. And then yeah, I'm not getting this. That's frustrating. Did I miss something here? Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm going to not try and do this right now. We may actually just, I'm not going to cut the whole stream because, that would be giving up. But we'll work on the exploding map later on after we figure out the right place to do it. Because I do know how to do the friggin' bookmark. So let's do the bookmark first. So first of all, since this is all shiny, it's pretty straight, but it's too long. This is the bookmark sleeve. So I can definitely make it slip in here, but I want to get rid of it right about there. So we will grab the ruler and we will grab the cutter and get rid of that little extra tab. Great. The other thing is, since that is kind of rough there, I kind of think, well, I'm about to say I want to glue it or have something to rough it up a little bit with. I think I took all my sandpaper upstairs. That was a mistake. But I have an emery board somewhere. So that would work. I'll tell you another thing. When I do figure out how to do the A5 thing, I will be posting the heck out of that thing. Wow, listen to that. Me being all prim and proper and saying heck. I don't know. I guess having a person there is just getting on me. No emery board. Emery board would be with my leather kit. And my leather kit, the leather stuff is all up there, which means my emery board is probably up there somewhere too. If I was an emery board and I was putting me away, where would I have put me? I put all the other tools up there, except apparently the emery board, which means that the emery board is somewhere inside one of my many boxes here. I am a cigar box collector, basically. Well, I'm a cigar aficionado, so I get cigar boxes. And that means that I have places that I keep things that I don't necessarily know where they end up. So I can look at different places and go, hey, here's an empty cigar box. How about that? Totally not helpful. I wonder if I actually left it in toolboxes. And that would be a no. I have heard of people that do streams, they're all prepared, They know exactly what they're going to put out there. I envy those people so much. Yes, yes, I do. All right, let's look in this one. I won't be in here either, but stranger things have happened. Nope, that was also not very good. Let this be a lesson to you all. Never, ever, ever clean your workshop. Never. Just don't do it. Because if you clean things, you won't be able to find them again. All right. Can I take a risk and just not use the emery board, not rough it up? Yeah, I think I can actually. I think it'll be okay because the backside is rough already. So I will be fine. Just fine. And of course, I'm still looking, but I feel like I'll really be fine. Of course, at some point, I'm going to have to also figure out where the heck I ended up putting. Hey, guess what I found? Emery boards. Yay. They were in my carving and stamps box. So I'm taking this and I'm roughing up the finish here to try and make sure that the glue will have something to grip on. Make it a little less shiny. So I have to kind of worry, will this be too see-through? No, I don't think so. All right, now we need some glue. So use my fun little glue here. Now, one of the cool things about this is that I can wrap it around and not really lose the flowers. So I can, plan is to wrap it around this way, wrap it around that way, and then we have both sides of a bookmark. And happily, if I do it this way, I'll be less likely to see these things through because we'll have two layers of plant stuff over that. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the tops not quite done. Do I want to actually? Okay, we'll be fancy. We'll be fancy. Do that. And that. And that. That. So we'll actually fold this over first to give it a little extra there. All right. Did I lose you, YS? Or are you just so riveted by the amazing craftsmanship that I'm showing? All right. So now I put the glue on the piece. However, I should have put it on both sides first, or on this side first. And actually going to be really fancy and use my glue brush to brush the glue evenly across the paper. It's amazing that I have a glue brush. More amazing I found it. All right, so now, first part, here. Now I'll glue this part of the paper on here. There we go. That's very nice. And we do that side. And that side. And that side. And that side. Now we can end up, oh, guess what? Need to put more glue over that part. Because there we go. I'll even up the ends a little bit, but I definitely have a bookmark now. Cover up your glue, Ray. Clean up your workspace as you go. Habit I'm trying to get into. Not really used to that idea. So I have to round these corners. I think that the 7mm rounding will be best for this. So I stick it in, clip it. Yeah, that looks nice. Stick it in, clip it. Nope. Boy, once again, don't know what it is with this thing. Why it doesn't want to round sometimes. Boy, that's kind of messed up the end there. It's not broken, it's punk rock. That's what a friend of mine used to have as her motto. Still not looking real good. All right, and then this side. Come on. Why gotta be letting me down here like this? Okay, there we go. Still a little better though. Yeah, that'll work. And then I can just trim off that top part here. So, little trick. You want to get paper off the end. You can use the emery board to actually sand off the edges. Sand the excess paper off. I think that's a really cool trick myself. All right. Boy, still not liking that edge, so we're going to make it really much more round. See if we can make it much more. Yeah, that's much better. Of course, you know what has to happen after each corner. After we round off the corner, there we go. Look at that, much better. So much nicer. Now we'll round off this corner. Yep, that's what I wanted. Much better. This is looking much more like a bookmark now, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. All right, and I got some good ideas here. So of course, it is a requirement that any time that you have some paper like this, you have to distress it. We will distress it with some aged mahogany, because that's just how we roll. Actually, I kind of wish I picked a different color, but too late now. All right, there's my aged mahogany on that part. And some aged mahogany on the back side. And while we're at it, since I added this pattern in a couple of other places in this pattern. I'll put one down here. Yep, and then here where this glop is, put another one. There we go. Much nicer. And the last thing I'm going to do, I'll do it up here because that'll kind of, I have that little, I don't want that little extra clip there at the bottom. That's better. We're going to, if I was really fancy, I would actually like to make a grommet or something in here, but I'm not that fancy. So we're just going to do that. And this is where I wish I actually had like actual ribbons or something, because I just don't collect a lot of ribbons. I've got a lot of leather ribbons and stuff, but I don't have a lot of other strings and things. So we might actually wait on that so I can get a hold of some green ribbon. So I'm looking in my box of strings and things like that, and I'm not seeing the red one. I don't think red really works with this though. It doesn't really feel like it would be good to use that, but we will have a ribbon in this anyway. But next step. So first of all, I need to make sure that the sides of this thing are also rounded, because otherwise that'll just look weird. So that there, right there, there, and there. Now I need to have some paper, and I think I've got the perfect thing. That's a little thin. That's definitely a little too thin. So we're going to have to go and go digging into some of my source books. Not that one, not that one, not that one. There we go. We can go into, oh, look at that. The cover of this magazine might actually be perfect. How high does this need to go? It needs to go to about, it needs to go up to about there. So if I took this section here up to about there, see, these things here are the problem. Could use a side panel though. Yeah, if I use this side panel here, I can get up to about there, and that will be a nice firm thing. So there. I'm just cutting kind of big right now because I'll edge it down later. There we go. That's why we keep old magazines around. All right. Off this section. Actually got a nice little, that might make a nice little ephemera. Social media TikToks the benefits of asking, anticipatory nostalgia, taking a bookcation, mini posters, and workbook. That is definitely the kind of thing an ephemera is made out of. Okay, so I want to trim off, I don't think I actually want to trim off anything here. Yeah, because actually I trimmed off a little too much already over there. So I want this to be able to get right in there. That might be better over that way. Because I could always, yeah, I did that too fast. He reaches for the book again. How will that look if I make it this way? I think it will look just fine. This time, I will measure. In fact, I might measure twice, so that I only have to cut, say it with me, once. All right. Now, even more old school and just rip the damn thing out. Perfect. All right. And even though that seemed like it was kind of out and about, we're actually going to do this very nicely with my cutter here. There we go. Beautiful. Creativity, imperfection, and life's little pleasures. Again, another really cool little bit that is going to be useful. And it is too high, which is good. Yeah, see, this is getting much better. Now I can cut off probably right about there. Boom. All right. Now I have my cover. Which one did I use? I think I used that one. Around the edges. Okay, now do I want to cut a little bit more so there's a border? How much room will I have? Yes, I think I do. Just a little tiny bit, like a sliver, just so there's a little border of blue around the whole edge there. Okay, so here's where I go. Am I going to cut too much? Am I going to cut just enough? I don't know. What's really sad is I'm going to get to the end of the stream. I'm just going to have made one bookmark. I wasted too much time trying to find the chat. This will go down as one of the learning curve streams. What's funny is I know some people who are really good streamers and they'd be laughing their asses off at me. No, they'd actually be kind of nice. Like they're all very nice people, and they would kind of just be like, "Oh yeah, you gotta figure out how to do that." Yes, I do. And then we'll have a nice little round. Where's that marker? Using my precision round tool. There we go. Now, for this one, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use actual knife because missed a little bit, but it's pretty close. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Edges. Edges. Yep. Edges. There. That is what we wanted. And of course, got to match. So we'll add the mahogany to the edges. Again, really wish I hadn't used this color, but once you have committed, you have to continue. All right. Go. Put that back in there. I didn't put the cover on here. That was not good. Put the cover's on as you go. And you can all see, you can wait for me to have some blood because I didn't close that knife and I didn't close this knife. There we go. I know you were all excited to see me bleeding across my workshop. There, that's going to look really nice right there. Yes, that's good. All right, emery board again to roughen up the edge. And what's nice is that because the inside is smooth, that's actually going to make it easier for this thing to, I didn't rough that up this time. Oh, look, I can just get down to the actual paper. This is a way you can distress other photographs. You know, of course, now that I'm looking at it, I'm looking at this side of it, and I'm like, that actually is kind of prettier. But too late now. So look at the inside of the cover. All right. So now, take some glue and eventually get to the point where we can squeeze it. That's why we're going to get there. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, now I want to make sure this is going all the way to the edge. Now, if I get really brave, I might try and actually sew this on. I do have a sewing machine behind me that can do that, but for tonight, I am not feeling brave. All right, quite centered. All right, there we have it. And then this, I'll go, I'm actually going to put it in right now because we want the pocket to be big enough for it to fit inside. So I'm kind of pushing in on the sides to try and give it a little more of a pocket feel. What I don't want to do is have this glued inside. So, no, that didn't work so well, did it? Maybe we'll let it dry first. And then we'll put the friggin' bookmark inside. All right. It has a little bit of a pocket in it. You can see there, yeah, a little bit. The delay is messing me up. There we go. See a little hole there? All right. Might be a bit too wide. And we'll see. We'll let this dry and we'll see what happens. All right. Working that, and it is time to go. Thanks for joining me in the stream, and hopefully next time we will be more prepared.